Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny from Inmysparetime Crochet. I love all things crochet and yarn. Now this week I feel all out of whack. My video is a day later than normal. Last week was just so busy. There was just a lot happening, and then I managed to get myself involved in 3 pattern tests, which is amazing. You know, when you apply to these things, you're never really sure if you're going to be chosen or not. And, you know, it just so happens that I was chosen for each of the ones that I had applied for. So I've got some really fabulous makes to show you for those pattern tests. But before we get into it, I will just mention, in last week's video, I did show you a very special gift that I had made for one of my students at school as she was graduating. It was the big seal. It was based on a specific type of seal, which is a bakal seal. I had the beautiful customized from Kayla at The Girl Who Knots, and it just turned out perfectly. So I was able to gift that on Thursday, and you know, she just absolutely loved it. It was really nice to see how much she loved it, and her parents were also very, very impressed. And I received a message from her mum later that day to say that basically she hadn't stopped holding on to the seals. So it was very, very much a cuddly size. So but yeah, just to see the look on her face, it was really, really awesome. So I just thought I'd update you on that. Now we will get into the makes that I completed before all the pattern tests happened. I think I became a little overwhelmed this week, but I managed to get it done, which is great. Now, the little cats and beds. Now, this is a Porgy's Place pattern. It is the perfect pack. I'm not sure. I'll have it here on screen for you. I did pattern test for this for Kelly, and it does come with other accessories. You can do a little cat cave. You can do a little, the bed that has the swing attachment, and I have made both those. And it also comes with a little fish cat toy as well. I have just been sticking to the beds. You know, it's very simple. It's very quick. And now down at the collective where I sell these guys, I actually get $25 per set, if you like. And I've never had a problem. As I said, I can barely keep them in stock down there. And, you know, so why would I change it? It's fetching that price. People are happy to pay it. So I'm going to leave it at that. That is, I had a bit of a look. It's roughly about $16 US and about a bit over 12 pounds UK. But yeah, so anyway, I made 5 little sets, and we've got just the plain black one with the little white nose, I guess. We've got a grey and a purple bed. We've got a grey and a variegated pink bed. We have a black and white and a blue bed, and a little pink one. I think this will actually go rather fast. I don't know why. Maybe because it's pink. But anyway, so I got 5 of those done, and they're such great quick little makes. I love them. Great pattern. I know a lot of my YouTube friends are making them now as well, but honestly, it's hard to say what they would have to be. Close to being up there with my top sellers, I believe, since I started making them for the collective. But anyway, we got those done. Another thing that has always sold really well for me down there are frogs. No matter what type of frog, whether it's the little lacromi pocket frog that I make, the leggy frog, Nigel the frog, you name it, they just seem to do really well. So I made a couple of little leggy frogs. Now these ones, this is the Not Jaded Co pattern, which was the OG of the leggy frogs, but I did just take a couple of rounds. I think I took out one round above the arm and one row below the arm. I believe I took out just to make it a little, I don't know, a little smaller and ever so much quicker, I guess. But I really like giving them cranky eyes and just a bit of a straight mouth, folding his arms, and I just think they're really cute. I did make an extra one and I gifted it to another student this week. So, and then I also made a larger one in the, this is the Modavira peppermint colour, I believe. So I made him as well, and he has embroidered eyes. So we got those done. And the last make that wasn't a pattern test or wasn't for Crochet Roulette is a pattern by my fellow YouTuber Tracy at Travel Crochet, and this is her TheTravellers pattern, aka Bluey. I am so thrilled with how he turned out. He is probably a little smaller than I had imagined he would be, but honestly, he is so cute. It is my grandson's 2nd birthday tomorrow, and so he will be receiving this. He absolutely knows who Bluey is, and so I think he is actually really going to love her. Great pattern, very easy to follow. Yes, there are a lot of colour changes, but it just, you know, makes her look exactly the way that Bluey does, I guess. Really, really happy with this make. I used all Zaddy Crafts yarn for this one in the 3 different shades of blue. I'm sorry, I don't know the colours, but yeah, everything. The tan colour is the Spotlight Jolly Velour, but everything else is Zaddy Crafts, a really good chenille. But I really, really love how he turned out. It's a great pattern, Tracy. Yeah, absolutely love it. I think he would look great made in a blanket yarn. I mean, I don't tend to use a heap of blanket yarn, but he would obviously turn out bigger, and yeah, you could charge accordingly. But yeah, really, really love how he turned out. I am, for not all of my makes, but for a lot more of my makes, I am doing the yarn under, yarn over technique now. I'm doing it a lot more. I did it for this, and so I have gone up a hook size, well, a half a hook size. So I originally used 5mm hooks for the Zaddy Crafts, but when I do the yarn under, I'm using a 5.5. So yeah, there we go. Love the pattern, Tracy. Okay, let's get to my pattern tests for this week. Now, the first one that I was successful in being accepted for was the Demon Warrior pattern by Chastity Ann Designs, and it is a 3-pack. Now, you will perhaps recognize that they look very much like the K-pop Demon Hunters. So we have 3 characters, Zoe, Rumi, and Mira. And I opted to test Zoe. So here we go. I think she turned out really, really well. You may recall that I did make Chastity Ann Designs Wednesday pattern recently. That is a free pattern on her Instagram. This is obviously going to be a paid pattern. You get the pattern for the 3 dolls in the 1 pack. It was great to work up. Again, I really love how she does her little hands for the dolls, It's easy to follow. I think, like, look at the little shoulder pads here. They are so, so cute. You make a wig cap and then obviously sew it on, and then you've got the little buns as well. The little ears, love the little ears too. It is, there's not much sewing. There's not too much sewing. You crochet the arms in. You come back later and add the skirt on, but you make one leg, make the second and join, you know, that usual way to make dolls. And as I said, you crochet the arms in, you continue on to the head. So you are sewing on the ears, the shoulder pads. You are obviously doing a bit of sewing to just connect the wig cap onto the head, and then you're sewing the buns on. But honestly, that's it. She was a lot of fun to make. If I had have had time, I actually would have made the other two as well, but unfortunately time just did not permit for this one. So yeah, love her. It's going to be a fantastic pattern, and I think it's going to do really, really well. So there we go. That was that one, and that was my first completed pattern test. Now, I should mention that at the time of recording, the pattern hasn't been released yet, but this, along with the next two that I'm going to show you, are all releasing this week. So I will have all of the designers' Etsy stores listed below, and so you can go and check them out. But, you know, we're talking a matter of days, I think. But yeah, love her. And I just think if you make these, I think they're going to sell really, really well. So that was the first one that I completed. Now, the second one is the 2-in-1 Cow Snuggler Pack by Crochet by Beck. And it is Graham and Biscuit. I was successful in being chosen to test Graham, the Highland cow, and he is so, so adorable. I just love everything about him. He's got little embroidered eyes because he is baby safe, and this one has already been spoken for, actually. My sister, one of my sisters, said that she wanted to buy it for her granddaughter. So he is sold, but honestly, this was really enjoyable to make. Now, I have used Premier Basics chenille in caramel and mushroom. I used a 7mm hook. It's just so soft, honestly. Now let me tell you about this pattern. You make the arms ahead of time as you do the ears. It's completely no-sew. Yeah, it's completely no-sew. You start at the head and work your way down. The way of connecting the ears is really interesting. It was different to what I've done before, but I did have to frog it a number of times, but that's just because I was not concentrating. I think it's because I was a little bit stressed, feeling the pressure a little bit, and the instructions are great. Like, the pattern is fantastic. I just wasn't computing, so it was all me. But yes, you continue down. The muzzle is built into it. It's not sewn on. You go down, you add the arms in, continue, and then you divide it in half, attach some yarn, and then make one leg, and then go back and do the other. And then you just attach some more yarn and you do the tail. So honestly, it's actually fairly quick. I started out timing it because I did want to be able to tell you how long it took, but then I had my issue with not reading the pattern properly, and then I had a phone call, and it just, I ended up coming back to it the next day. So, but quite a quick make, lovely pattern. Biscuit, the other cow with little patches, is totally adorable as well. So a really, really enjoyable pattern. So keep your eyes peeled for the release of that one. I almost want to make another one immediately. He honestly turned out so well. Okay, now that brings us to my final pattern test, which was for my lovely friend Kim at Crafty Chaos Emporium. She's here on YouTube. If you have not checked her out before, please do. Now, this pattern test was for the magic mushroom, and honestly, this is a fabulous pattern. Now, Kim was encouraged by Tracy at Travel Crochet and Nicole at Be a Flamingo. I think they did a bit of a pre-test, if you like, for her, and they said to her, you need to get it out there. And so she wrote it up and put a pattern test out on her Instagram. And yeah, here we are. It's just really, really clever the way she's done it. I absolutely love it. I'm going to be making many, many more of these. It's quick. I used Premier Basics Chenille again for this one. This is the mushroom colour, and this gorgeous colour here is emerald. It's just beautiful. And I had some very thin silver thread, if you like, that I used to make the little embellishments there. I love it. I've got some poly pellets in the bottom here, so it actually has hardly any stuffing at all. It's got a little bit here, and then she says in the pattern that you can either choose to leave it unstuffed at the top, or you can lightly stuff it. So I very lightly stuffed it, but it's just gorgeous. I really, really love this pattern. It is going to be, this one, I think it might even be released tomorrow. So Kim's Etsy will be linked below, as I said, as will the other ladies. And yeah, I just love it. Absolutely love this pattern. This is obviously quite a decent size. Here's my water bottle here, just so you can see. But I will definitely make some smaller ones in probably either Patty's Plush or a really good chenille, and I think they will be a great little make for the collective as well. So there we go. That was my third pattern test for the week. So I do feel quite productive actually. There's all tester chats happening, and it was a lot, but I got there. Now, that brings me to Crochet Roulette. So our week 5, yes, oh my gosh, week 5. I think that's what it was. Week 5 already? My gosh. Our week 5 prompt was safari and pastel. So I originally thought that I might do something a little bigger. As you may recall, I have done a few. Well, last week I did Anchor, the octopus, for that one. But this week, I guess just with time restraints, and we also had our grandkids on Saturday from about lunchtime until virtually lunchtime the following day. So that definitely doesn't allow for really any crochet time at all. But it was super nice to have. We always love having them. Anyway, so this one, I literally only finished off this one this morning, which is probably mainly why I had to delay my video for an extra day. But here we go. Week 5, we have a gorgeous little pastel blue elephant. This is the Madeline Mako pattern. It is ivory, the elephant, and I think it turned out super, super sweet. In the pattern, she actually does, there's actually 2 rounds here. You do 1 circle and then you make the second and join them together. And in hers, she does have the inner one a different colour, but I just opted to keep it keep it in the same color, and I think it turned out just fine. So that, and I did obviously embroider the eyes on here because I just thought it might be a cute little make for a little one. So there we go. Week 5 is done and dusted. We will now take a look at the little slideshow showcasing the makes from anyone that tagged me or emailed me. We have the odd one in there, which might have make from a previous week. And you'll notice that some people, again, did multiple makes for this theme. So everyone's, doing a great job getting involved. So thank you so much. I'm just going to whack in the slideshow here and also the spinning of the wheels for week 6. And I'll see you back in a minute. Didn't everybody do a great job? And by now you will also have seen that our theme for the week is space and our colour is red. So it's going to be interesting. I do have a couple of patterns that I can make fit the theme, definitely. So we will see what transpires over this next week. But I think for my next video, I might even go back to a bit of a vlog style. I haven't done that in a little while. I am on school holidays. We love this time of year. Happy holidays to Kim and also Litza, who also work in the Department of Education system here in New South Wales. We certainly enjoy getting extra crochet time. So I think I will, maybe go back to vlog style just for this week. I need to get quite a lot done, I think, in starting to prepare for Christmas. If you've been here for a while, you know that I sell my items at a local collective. We did receive some news which still needs to be confirmed before there's any more announcements about it, but let's just say that it could mean that I'm going to be a lot or even busier with my crochet, because there might be some more opportunities. So we'll see what happens there, and yeah, we'll just see. But anyway, I think I need to be definitely trying to get a few more makes done in preparation for Christmas, and because I think, yeah, who doesn't love buying gorgeous little plushies for their loved ones? Yeah, but anyway, we're at the rambling stage. You know what happens. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. If you made it to the end, tell me what your favorite make was. Was it Bluey? Was it the cow? Was it the mushroom? The little kittens? Zoe? Or no one's going to choose the frogs, are they? They're so yesterday. But anyway, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. I will see you, if not before, I will see you in next week's video. We also have another very busy week, so it may not be Sunday. I might have to delay it again, but either way, I will see you soon. Bye for now.